Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Vandana Pai. In today's lecture of the subject Principles of Business Management, we will be discussing the content, process of planning. See, prior to actually starting the process of planning, yes, we will revise yesterday's lecture in which we have discussed the meaning of planning. Okay, see, planning is one of the important function of management. Okay, why it is important? Because it is the first and foremost step, or it is the first function which we are required to follow or perform whenever we think that our organization should succeed. Is it? So what is planning all about? See, in 21st century, okay, whenever we think about economic, technological, political and social era, okay, what is prerequisite or what is most important for the growth of our organization? That is planning. Okay, in simple words, whenever we think about planning, what is planning? Planning is deciding in advance what is to be done for the future period of time. Okay, means what you will be doing in future or in the near future, what you are required to do. Okay, just a drafting of the future itself is planning. Okay, in this sense planning is a basic activity. Yes, planning is a basic as well as foundation activity which you are required to be is it you are required to perform or you are required to do whenever we think that is it our organization should progress. Okay, almost everyone involved in planning to some extent. Okay, for example, whenever the examination schedule is announced, as a student what we do, yes, we plan for studies for that coming examination, right? Okay, now for example, if such type of examination it is conducted into the college, okay, the college authority is required to plan for such type of examination. Okay, for example, okay, the first example we will reconsider it. See, whenever the examination schedule is announced as a student, for example, if okay, you come to know that your examinations are scheduled on 24th of October, is it? We are assuming this examination. Okay, so today is 24th September, is it? And the examination schedule is announced at 24th October. Okay, now see, near about 30 days duration is there, right? 30 days duration is there. For example, you do have 6 subjects. Okay, now whenever, okay, we consider today's stage and the stage which will be on 24th October, is it? Now if we ensure that 100% study should be completed, then what is the plan which we can do? Yes, we divide 30 days into, okay, for these 6 subjects. Okay, means for each subject you do find or you can utilize 5 days, is it? In such way what you do is you prepare a layout or drafting of whatsoever you will be doing for that examination so that you will ensure success or you will qualify that examination, is it? So this all things whichever we do, see, though till now we might not have studied what is planning, still we are doing this activity from many more years, is it? From long back, whenever we were in the school, is it? At that time also, is it? Whenever we were in SSC or HSC also, we were doing the same thing, right? Okay, prior to examination, whenever the examination date was announced, what we were supposed to do? Yes, we were supposed to plan for that examination so that we can ensure success and we can, okay, qualify that examination with flying colors, is it? Then so, in simple words, what is planning? Planning is deciding in advance what is to be done, okay, what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is to do it. Is it? See, these 4 questions we are required to answer whenever we are doing planning. What to do means what is our plan? Okay, what we are doing. Is it? Is it what we are doing? Exactly. Is it what we are doing or what to do? Is it? Then how to do means what is the method which we are required to adopt. Is it? Which method we will be using, which method we will be practicing. Is it? Then when to do. Is it? We should specify the time. Is it? For example, okay, take the same example. Okay, we are student and our examination is scheduled on 24th October. Okay, now our examination is on 24th October. So from when to start study? Is it whether it will be 24th September or we will leave today's date and we will start from tomorrow? Is it? So from when to do, it is also should be determined. Okay, because if we want to ensure success into whatsoever we have decided for, success into the objective, then surely we should specify the time. Okay, we should schedule the date and time from when we will be starting that activity. Okay, then what is next? Who is to do it? Okay, who is to do it? Now whenever we are student, yes, we are supposed to study, right? Okay, but whenever it is organization, okay, if we are planning for our organization, is it, who will do that activity? That is to be decided. Okay, so in planning you are required to answer 4 questions, mainly what to do, how to do, when to do, and who is to do it. Okay, so planning helps us to bridge gap between present and future. Okay, where we stand today and where we are supposed to stand in future. Is it? The gap which exists between these 2 phases, today and tomorrow. Is it? The gap is bridged by planning. Okay, it is an intellectual process. Yes, it is intellectual process because it is related to psychology. Okay, it is a mental process, it is a process of thinking. Okay, before doing anything. Okay, prior to you do any activity in your organization, what you do is you think, rethink. Okay, whether it is suitable, whether to accept or whether to reject. Okay, you think on all this background, on all these premises, and then you move forward, right? So in turn, planning bridges the gap from where we are and where we want to go. Okay, presently where we are, locate ourselves and where we want to go. Is it? Find it out and try to bridge the gap. Okay, by doing effective planning. Is it? Okay, so this was the thing which we have discussed yesterday. Okay, this is a summary of what we have discussed yesterday. Okay, then we will move towards the process of planning. Is it? Process of planning involves 7 steps. Okay, see, any process or any procedure, whenever we will be studying any process or any procedure, or whenever we will be answering for such type of questions. Okay, for example, if in your examination you are asked to write for procedure of planning. Okay, many of the time what happens, we don't memorize each and every step. Okay, it is quite a possibility that we don't memorize all the 7 steps. Okay, so what we do, okay, we write the first step, then we write the last step, then okay, sometimes we remember one of the second or third step, we write it. Is it? But okay, be clear with this. Whenever we are writing the process, the steps which are defined, they should be written in the same way. Means, okay, see here we are seeing 7 steps. Okay, identification of problem, establishment of objective, establishment of premises, alternative course of action, ideal course of action, formulate derivative plan, provision of follow. Okay, these are the 7 steps, right? Whenever we are writing the procedure of anything at the time, okay, we can't skip any step, or we can't change the chronology of those steps. Okay, so always keep this in mind. Okay, whenever we are writing the process, all the steps should be written in the same chronology which is defined. Is it which is defined? Okay, so the process of planning is conducted in 7 steps. First step towards process of planning is identification of problems and awareness of opportunities. Okay, what is this step? Let's see. The manager must identify the problems while planning so that suitable action can be taken. Okay, this will help to take future steps for completing the objectives. Okay, see, first of all, what is the problem of your organization? Yes, the manager should think on this issue. What the manager should be doing? Yes, the manager should be thinking on this issue. Okay, what are the problems which my organization is facing? Okay, it should be defined or identified by the manager. Yes, why manager? Yes, manager is the responsible person towards management of the organization. So what manager should be doing? Yes, first he should be able to identify the problems which his organization is facing. Okay, then second thing, what is the second thing? Yes, he should be aware of opportunities. Okay, see, whenever we think about the environment, okay, environment, that is business environment. See, planning starts with analysis and external environment. This is essential for the businessman to be aware of opportunities in the market. Okay, means, okay, why we should be aware of opportunities? Yes, see, we have started the business for earning maximum amount of profit, right? Okay, this was the basic objective. Still, okay, if we want to ensure maximization in profit, what we should be doing? Yes, we should expand our business, right? We should expand the horizons of our business. Okay, we should keep on progressing. We should keep on progressing. Okay, and somewhere we should be able to forecast the opportunities in the market. Okay, which are the opportunities which we can convert into strength of our organization? We should be having that viewpoint through which, okay, we can increase the strength of our organization and prove to be competitive to others. Is it? Or we can break the competition, or we can earn the first position in the market. Okay, so the managers must consider changes in consumer demand, number of competitor, change in habits, change in technology, etc. At the same time, okay, the businessman has to conduct internal analysis of their strengths and weaknesses. It means they have to examine the resources and production. Yes, okay, whenever you are identifying the problems, is it, and whenever you get certain awareness of the opportunities in the market. Okay, whenever we think about opportunities in the market, at the time, first peep into your organization and see, okay, how much resources they are available. Is it, how much physical resources and human resources they are available into your organization, right? Okay, unless until you have resources into your organization, you can't start any production activity. Okay, you can't move towards any opportunity. right? If you want to grasp the opportunity successfully, first of all you should see, okay, how much resources they are made available to you. Okay, so in this first step, whenever we are thinking about planning, what as a manager we should be doing? Yes, identify the problems which your organization is facing. Then that we should get the awareness, we should acquaint ourselves with the opportunities in the market, okay, and based on the availability of resources, grasp those opportunities or highlight those opportunities. Okay, so this was the first step into your planning process. Second, establishing objectives. Is it establishing objective? See, objectives, that is the aim or ambition, dream of your organization, okay, targets or goals of your organization. See, in this second step you are required to establish objectives. Okay, means, okay, if we want to decide the path, if we want to decide the path, we should be able to decide the designation first. Sorry, we should be able to decide the destination first. Is it? Okay, whenever we are planning for a tour, is it? Whenever we are planning for the tour, first what we select? We select the destination, right? We select the destination and then in respect to that destination we do plan, right? In the same sense, okay, here we are required to establish the objectives. The entire planning activity is directed towards achieving the objectives of the enterprise. Okay, determining objectives is a real starting point of planning process. Once the objectives are fixed, it is necessary to finalize objectives for various departments. Okay, see, first what we are required to do? Yes, we are required to establish general objective. General objective means group objectives or group goals of your organization. Then what you should be doing is, we should focus on the departments which are prevailing into our organization, and separately each department's objectives should be defined. Is it? Means till where we are required to move, till where we are required to move, or what we are required to accomplish. Okay, all these things we will be doing in this second step, that is establishing objective. For example, okay, we want to increase the sales by 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Is it? This can be one of our objective. Is it? Then we want to change, or we want to update or modify the working conditions or the facilities which we do provide to the employees. This can be one of the objectives. Okay, likewise you can draft objectives of your organization. Is it? Why? Because we want to ensure success, right? Then the third step, establishing of premises. Establishing of premises. Premises just means that assumptions. Is it? Premises just means that assumptions. Okay, getting it? Okay, on the basis of information collected, assumptions about the future should be made. Okay, this process is known as planning premises. Okay, premises are forecast about the future. Premises may be internal or external. Okay, whenever we consider internal premises, they are quite controllable in nature. Okay, and whenever we consider external premises, they are uncontrollable. Normally, internal premises, yes, include capital investment, availability of material, labor and financial position. Okay, it includes the part of decision making, while the external premises include economical, social, political and competitors. It also includes government policies. So, see, considering these internal factors, internal premises and external premises, or considering the internal environment and external environment, what we are required to do? Yes, we are required to identify certain assumptions about the future. We are required to forecast the futures. That means what are the things, what are the factors through which we can be diverted from our objective. We should identify all these reasons. Okay, those reasons itself will be a part of premises. So here we are required to establish planning premises. Okay, then it is determining alternative course. Okay, determining alternative course. Okay, what is it? Yes, alternative course means alternative plan. You should be having your second plan ready. Okay, if the A plan doesn't work, then you should be ready with the B plan. Okay, so this is included in determining alternative course. Okay, in this step, various possible course of actions or plans they are developed to achieve a particular objective. See, for example, you want to increase the sale. This is your objective. Yes, you want to increase the sales. This is the objective. Okay, for increasing the sales, your first plan was, yes, to focus on marketing. To focus on marketing, this was the first step. Is it? Now, this was your first plan. Due to some reasons, okay, due to some reasons, this plan 1, plan A didn't work. Yes, immediately you should be ready with the second plan. Your plan B should be ready, or else what will happen? Yes, your objective will never be accomplished. Is it? So in determining alternative course, yes, you should be ready with the plan B. Okay, if the plan A is not successful, or if you think that plan A is not working, then you should be having plan B, so that, okay, just you will be flexible to turn towards another plan. Okay, next, determining alternative courses. Selecting ideal course of action. Selecting ideal course of action. What is it? After the careful examination of various alternatives, ideal course of action, the most suitable course of action of plan, is selected to achieve predetermined objective. See, whenever we have drafted the objective itself, okay, we have prepared certain plans. Okay, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Okay, this might be 4 plans towards your objective. Okay, now based on the resources, that is the physical resources and human resources which are available to you, based on the resources availability into your organization, okay, which is the best suitable action, course of action. Okay, whether we are well acquainted with plan A, whether we will successfully run plan B, plan C, or plan D. Okay, in these 4 plans, select the most appropriate plan. Okay, this is required to be done in this step. Okay, this 5th step. Okay, you do have 4 or 5 plans. Okay, which is most suitable, which is most appropriate based on the availability of resources of your organization should be thoroughly checked into this step. Okay, and the select best alternative from the available alternatives. Okay, then it is formulation of derivative plan. Next step is formulation of derivative plans. Once the overall plan is selected, it becomes essential to fix the detailed sequence and timing of the plan. Then, subsidiary or derivative plans is to be considered. Okay, now what is derivative plan? Derivative plan means subsidiary plan, means related plans. Small plans, okay, they are complemented to a big plan. Okay, so primary plan of action is decided by preparing separate derivative plans for each section or division of the enterprise. Okay, so here in this step, what is actually done? Yes, considering the overall big plan, considering overall complete plan, small plans are prepared, and that small plans, they are connected to the big plan. Okay, overall this thing is done into this step. Okay, so some primary plans are prepared and they are complemented, or they are connected with the large plans Okay, yes, in turn, the last or the most what is the importance of this planning actually? It is to accomplish the group goals, right? Okay, so in this respect, some of the primary plans they are prepared, okay, and those primary plans they are connected with the secondary plans, or they are connected with the main plan of the organization. Okay, then the last step, provision for follow up. Okay, provision for follow up. See, follow up or feedback, this is always the last step of every procedure, is it? Because if we want to ensure that whether we are on the right track or we are misled, okay, whether we are distract, okay, to ensure that whether we are on the track or not, okay, for this purpose itself this follow up is taken. Follow up, just what is follow up? Follow up is a review. Okay, planning is always followed by action. Some modifications may be required for achieving predetermined objective and adequate follow up. Is it? Now, whenever we consider adequate follow up provides assurance about fulfillment of objectives. Okay, see, after we conduct all these steps, after we perform all these steps, okay, whether we are on the right track or not, okay, that ensuring is done in follow up step. Okay, in which we take a review, okay, what we have planned for, what actually we are doing, is it? We compare it, we find out difference, deviations if any, and we work on it. Okay, this is done into follow up or provision for follow up. Okay, so whenever we consider planning process, okay, what we are supposed to do, first we should identify the problem, then we will be establishing the objectives. Yes, then what we are supposed to do, yes, it is establishing of premises means assumptions. Okay, then we are required to have alternative course of action, then ideal course of action. Yes, then formulate derivative plan. Okay, then provision of follow up. Okay, we are required to conduct all these steps. Okay, see, the planning process planning process should always be conducted in all these steps. Is it? All should be performed in sequential or chronology of this step. Okay, so at most or at last, what is the aim of planning? Planning aims at accomplishment of group goals. Okay, with this we conclude today's lecture. Thank you.